They weren't just motorcycles. They were roaring pieces of American history. But today, most people have never even heard of them. Let's rewind to the golden age of 20th century American motorcycles and rediscover the legends time tried to erase. Here are the 5 forgotten American motorcycles that deserve a comeback. Crocker V-Twin, 1936 and 1942. Let's start with a beast that was decades ahead of its time, the Crocker V-Twin. Hand-built in Los Angeles during the late 1930s, Crockers were louder, faster, and more powerful than anything Harley or Indian had on the road. In fact, riders could order custom engine sizes, and founder Al Crocker guaranteed they'd outperform anything else out there. The bike had a 1,000cc overhead valve V-twin engine that made it the muscle bike of its time. Only around 100 were ever made, making them one of the rarest and most collectible motorcycles in American history. Despite its brilliance, Crocker couldn't compete with the industrial giants. And when World War II hit, production ceased. The legend faded. But collectors today know the Crocker was a monster. Henderson Streamline KJ, 1930-1931. Picture this. A motorcycle that looks like it belongs on the cover of a 1930s sci-fi novel. That's the Henderson KJ Streamline. Built with aerodynamic fairings and a sleek Art Deco silhouette, the KJ was a rolling piece of design innovation. Its inline-4 engine offered smooth cruising, and in the 1930s, that was jaw-dropping. But timing was cruel. Just as the bike was making waves, the Great Depression crushed sales. The Excelsior Henderson factory shut down in 1931, and the KJ, with all its futuristic glory, disappeared into history. If it had lasted longer, the KJ might have changed how we imagine American motorcycles today. Ace 4, 1919-1924. Next up, a bike built not for the masses, but for the refined rider, the Ace 4. The Ace Motorcycle Company, founded by former Henderson engineers, aimed to create a luxury experience. And they did. The Ace 4 came equipped with a smooth inline 4-cylinder engine that delivered elegant power, perfect for long-distance rides without the rattle and roar. It was beautiful, quiet, and fast. But again, economics stepped in. The company folded in 1924, and in 1927, Indian absorbed the brand and technology into their own lineup. Most riders today don't know the Ace name, but in the early 20s, it was the Rolls-Royce of American motorcycles. Cleveland Motorcycle Company, 1920s, 1930s. While some brands chased speed and style, Cleveland went the other direction. Practical, affordable, and simple. Cleveland motorcycles were light, nimble, and easy to maintain. Popular with working-class riders, commuters, and even the military. Their 4-stroke single-cylinder and V-twin engines weren't flashy, but they were dependable. These bikes could handle city streets and farm roads alike. Cleveland was everywhere. But by the 1930s, they couldn't compete with bigger players. Production stopped, and the bikes quietly disappeared from the roads they once ruled. Today, finding a Cleveland bike is like discovering a time capsule, a reminder of when motorcycles were about utility, not ego. Simplex Servicycle, 1935-1960. Last but definitely not least, let's talk about a 2-wheeled oddball that refused to fit in, the Simplex Servicycle. This was more scooter than motorcycle, with a tiny 2-stroke engine, a belt drive, and minimal suspension. But it was perfect for short trips, city errands, or even newspaper delivery routes. Built in New Orleans, the Servicycle was affordable, low maintenance, and wildly popular for nearly 25 years. But as motorcycle tech evolved and bigger bikes became the norm, Simplex couldn't keep up. By 1960, they were done. Still, the Servicycle had heart. And for many, it was the gateway bike that sparked a lifelong love for riding. So there you have it, 5 forgotten machines that helped shape the soul of American motorcycling. They may not get the spotlight today, but their engines still echo in every vintage ride, collector garage, and dusty corner of 2-wheel history. Which one surprised you the most? drop it in the comments, and don't forget to hit that like button if you love old school Americana. Until next time, ride safe, ride vintage.